Mr. Dan.
Morning.
Welcome to the Monky London channel. How cold is it?
It's about 0 degrees. We're both freezing our tits off.
Yeah, so credit to us for coming out and doing a car review in this freezing Baltic weather.
So this is my Triumph Dolomite, 1980. I have had this car since I was 18. Before that, it was my dad's car. He bought it back in 2007-ish, and it was relatively original back then. Parts are available if you know where to get them. There's a big supplier up north, Roma Brothers, but I also keep a lot of parts at home. So if anything breaks, I've normally got it.
Yeah.
I keep spares of everything.
I was going to say, do you try and stockpile stuff? If you see stuff coming up on eBay, do you try and grab it while it's there?
Sometimes, yeah, but I mean, I've got stocks of everything. I've got 4 sheds in the garden, absolutely rammed full of stuff. Conservatory, loft, the lot. So if I need something, I got it. I'm a bit of a nutter.
It sounds like you're very similar to your dad.
Yeah. Originally, this would have had a 2-litre 16-valve engine. It's the first 16-valve car mass-produced.
Oh, really?
They were 127 horsepower from factory. Sometimes a bit more. The build tolerances were a bit crap back in the day. You can get quite a bit more out of the original engine, but I've decided to go a different route and double it at least.
You're running how much horsepower now?
So I think it's around 280. It's got the potential to go a bit more, but it's plenty. This has got a Nissan heart in it from an S13.
Cool.
So I bought an S13 as a donor car, had the whole running gear out of it because I didn't know quite what I needed until I put it in and sorted out how it fitted and things. So it's got a CA18DET from an S13. It's got a Horsham Stage 2 chip in it. Puts it up to a bar of boost. You run a T28 journal bearing turbo from an S14. It's mounted to the original subframe. You just got to make some brackets for it. It uses Rover V8 Hockey Park engine mounts, which fits the original CA mounts on the block perfectly. It's got an S13 engine loom in it, which I've sort of done a bit of wiring, custom wiring on to get it to run. It runs the S13 ECU, which has been socketed and chipped with a Horsham Stage 2 chip.
Cool.
The battery's in the boot because there's no room left in the engine bay anymore. It's actually pretty simple to wire in an old Nissan lump. I think it takes eight wires to get it to run. For cooling, we've got a S13 aluminium radiator. I have no issues at all with heat. I have got 2 electric fans on it, but I never need them. The intercooler is from a P38 Range Rover diesel.
Crazy.
But if you look, it wraps around the radiator perfectly.
How on earth did you work out that was a good fit?
It was something my friend already knew. We knew it worked well, so we just went with it, and it slips into the front panel. Great. It's got the original MAF sensor from the S13 on it, but with a different air filter because there's so little room. Top mount exhaust manifold on there, a tile external wastegate with a 1-bar spring in it, 3-inch downpipe. I also fitted an R8 coil conversion on the other day, and my god does it run better.
What about the suspension and brakes?
So it's on coilovers all round. The front coilovers are specific to this car. It's got Triumph Dolomite coilovers on the front, but the springs are from an MX-5, just to stiffen it up a bit more. The rear is running MX-5 shocks and springs. I had to do a bit of trimming, but the original top mount's bolted straight on, and it gets the car low. It's cheap.
Does the job, yeah.
Does the job.
You're quite sort of genius because I mean, there's a huge amount of sort of custom work that needs to go into this car to kind of make it where it is today.
Yeah, there's a lot of playing about. It's just trial and error, really, seeing what works.
What's the handling like?
So it's interesting. If it's wet, you get a bit of understeer on corner entry, a bit of oversteer on corner exit.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, very unpredictable in the wet. In the dry, they're not too bad, but it's by no means the best. The rear suspension, it's not leaf, but it's not independent. It's a 4-link setup with an anti-roll bar.
It's quite old school.
So, I mean, in the dry, if you're cornering hard, the axle does shift about a bit. It needs a panhard rod on it to sort it out.
Like an adjustable one, so you can kind of move the axle out.
Yeah, at some point this will probably have one on it. It's just not something I've done yet.
And what about the brakes?
So the front brakes originally are crap. They're a solid disc, single piston brake setup. It'll stop you once. They're rubbish. This has got a 4-pot conversion on it with a vented disc.
Nice.
It uses A86 Corolla front discs. The calipers are off an Austin Princess, which I know sounds crap, but that's a common conversion.
Oh yeah, I remember all those old Austins, like the Austin Allegro and the
so calipers is off of them. They're pretty good. It's got braided brake hoses all round, all new lines, new fluid, and the drums are original, but the drums on the back are big. Tyres are 175 60-13s, slightly stretched onto a 7J Weller 8-spoke.
Okay, so these are Wellers. These are quite a sort of old school iconic wheel, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very common on old British classic cars. But quite hard to get hold of for this fitment. The PCD on these is 95.25 mil.
Oh, that is random.
So finding wheels for these is a right pain in the arse.
Yeah. One thing I will say, they're very sort of striking from the back. They've got a real sort of retro square shape, haven't they?
Yeah, it's a very unique shape. Originally this car would have had chrome bumpers on it, a lot more trim than it does now, but I've gone for a bit of a more modern look.
You were saying that these never came in black, so it's all been resprayed?
No, they never did a black version of this car. Originally this one was brown. This car's now been painted 3 or 4 times. Unfortunately, I crashed it when I first got the car back when I was about 18.
Everyone crashes, man.
Yeah, the near side front corner went into a tree stump. It wasn't too bad, but that was the first time it was painted. Then over the years, I've just got fussier and fussier and had different bits done just to make it all perfect, really.
Yeah. That looks like it's very, very comfortable,
like
man.
A big sofa.
That is cool, isn't it? Oh, mate. This is luxurious, isn't it, man?
Yeah, I've spent a few nights in the back of these.
I don't want to know. Really cool door handles as well. They're sort of proper chunky and clicky, aren't they? Lovely. Bride interior.
Got to have a bit of JDM.
Very cool, man. Let's have a look.
These are Bride low max seats, mounted on side mounts. I think they suit the car really well. I only put them in last week.
And pretty cool as well. You've got a wooden dash.
Yeah.
Like straight out of a boat. I like it, man, though. It's just, you can smell it, it feels nice. It's not like sort of plastic.
It is aging though, so I will flock it over time just to bring a bit more with the times.
Bring it up to date, yeah. Cheeky little stereo as well.
Yeah, it's just a modern stereo with a couple speakers on the front parcel shelf.
Can you hear much when you're driving along?
It's not that loud.
It's not?
Unless the screen is open.
Unless you're on boost.
Yeah.
One more. That's not the noise you expect to come out of a Dolomite. And then the steering wheel's different, obviously?
Yeah, it's just got a dish Sparco wheel on it and a gear knob to match.
If you guys are wondering what this car originally looked like in stock form, well, that is it there, because Dan's got a little miniature version. Very cool. Are you on any sort of Triumph forums online?
Yeah, there's a few Facebook pages. There's a Triumph Dolomite Facebook page, which I'm on a lot. I got my own selling page on there because I stock and sell a lot of parts for them. Yeah,
we'll leave a little link down here for Dan's Instagram as well, so if you guys want to get in contact with him, feel free.
There's a lot of shit involved with this, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Dan's just realised how long it takes to set up, doesn't it? Everyone thinks you just come along, bash out a video, and then 10 minutes later it's done, but yeah.
Yeah, been
4 hours
waiting for
2 minutes. 4 hours later after I set everything up. Right, here we are on the Dolomite. Happy days.
Let's go.
You feel quite low to the ground, don't you, in this?
Yeah, I actually dropped it a bit more yesterday. It's as low as it'll go without the exhaust hitting cat's eyes.
And how much lower over stock is this? Oof. Quite a bit.
It's got to be about 4 inches.
Because they were really high up these when they first came out, didn't they?
At least 100 mil drop.
What's the mileage on this car, Dan?
I have absolutely no idea.
Is that?
That speedo was put in it when the conversion was done, and it's just coming up 3,000 miles.
Yeah, 3,000. So you've done 3,000 miles since the engine swap, basically. Got you.
Yeah, I spent it's well over 100,000 on the actual shell.
Yeah. No power steering?
No power steering. The steering's completely stock, but it's very light.
It's quite light.
The car doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah. Because I remember I used to have a 205 GTI back in the day with the old 1.9 wheels on it, and fuck me, it was like a workout just trying to park it.
Yeah, I had an Escort RS Turbo with
they were similar. Yeah. So this car is nearly 40 years old.
Yep.
Crazy.
39 years old this year.
So it's a lot older than us. It's definitely in better condition than I am.
1 more year and it'll be MOT and tax exempt.
Yeah, which will save you a little bit of money as well. Yeah. Right, we've got a little straight coming up, so we'll we'll show you guys what she's all about. Mate, this is not slow, is it? I was not expecting that, Dan.
It's about 300 brake per tonne.
Yeah, it's fast, man.
It's dry at the minute and it'll skip about in third.
And you are actually planning on building a drift one, not this one because it's too mint. You're going to try and find a bit of a rougher shell.
Yeah, I'm currently looking for a good car to use. I've already ordered a cage. I've got an engine waiting.
Oh, so you're literally in getting
it's going to
ready.
be just like this, but hardcore.
And roughly what sort of same engine?
Yeah, it'd be the same running gear, but we'll probably get a bit more power out of it.
Maybe run a bit more boost or something.
Do a few lock mods. Yeah, it's going to have a 6-point cage, stripped interior.
God, that's going to be mad. If you were on my door, I'm going to, you know, what the hell is this? What's going on, man?
Give me a year or so.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's worryingly quick. I thought the window was open.
No, it's just wind noise.
Yeah, man. One thing that's really cool about this, I mean, Dan, you're a mechanic, but you've done the whole car yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely built and not bought. Yeah. And you had a lot of turbo Civics before this as well. You had a 700 horsepower EG.
Yeah, I've had a few silly things. I've had probably 7 or 8 EGs, most of them turbo. One with 700 brake. Had a few Skylines, Sapphire Cosworth.
God, and you're only 25 years old.
Yeah.
Credit
I
to you,
like
man.
the silly cars.
What about the values? Any idea what sort of prices? I mean, I guess it's a massive variables. It depends on the condition of the car, but what sort of prices do these kind of go for?
Completely depends on the condition. The low end of the market, you'll get one with an MOT that's a bit ropey for 4 to 5 grand for a Sprint, which is top model. Or if you want a mint one, anywhere up to 20.
Really, like restored stuff and low mileage.
I mean, because of this, it's nowhere near original. It's hard to say its value.
Yeah, hard to put a price on it.
It's got to be what, somewhere in the middle of that.
Was saying obviously this is a Sprint, so it's the really sought after model. It's a lot more expensive, but you can get the lower models quite a bit cheaper, can't you?
Yeah, the lesser models are available. They did a 1300, a 1500 and an 850. You can still pick them up pretty cheap.
Yeah. That just about brings this review to a close. I want to say a massive thanks to Dan for bringing the dolly down. It's been really, really cool.
No worries.
We're going to be catching up with Dan when he's got his Acclaim all sorted.
Yeah.
Obviously a B16 turbo.
Yeah.
About 360 horsepower.
Yeah, just under 350.
Yeah, 350 horsepower, so it should be pretty sick. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we will see you soon.